boys and girls. It's Miss Rice with the January Book of the Month. This month, we're going to be reading a book called The Magician's Hat. It's written by Malcolm Mitchell, and it is illustrated by Joanne Lou Vritoff. It's a fabulous book that talks about what children might want to be when they grow up. And I want you to think about our vision here at Cumming Elementary. Here at Cumming, we say be, believe, become. Be a problem solver, believe you have a purpose, and become a world changer. And in this story, there's a magician who's going to help children see what their purpose is and what they're going to be when they grow up. Let's read and find out what happens. The Magician's Hat by Malcolm Mitchell, illustrated by Joanne Lou Vritoff. Family Fun Day at the library was filled with exciting events. Book scavenger hunts, storytelling, reading rallies. Today, for the first time, a magician arrived with a bag of tricks and a big hat. Everyone gathered around to see the magician perform. He bent a spoon just by looking at it. He made playing cards float in front of his nose. The magician could even make a coin appear from a puppy's ear. When he waved his wand, a banana vanished. This was just the warm-up act. Now the magician was ready to dazzle the crowd with his favorite trick of all. The magician's magic started with a story. When I was a kid, my mom and dad brought me to this library on Family Fun Day. During the book scavenger hunt, I wandered into the reading room. There were hundreds of books. Books about dogs, books about planes, books about the sun, flowers, rain, cities, and circus dancers. Out of the hundreds of books, one special book jumped out at me. It was a book about magic. I read and read and read every single word on every single page. I discovered that book wasn't just about magic. I learned that books are magic. Even though I was still in the library, those pages and words took me to places I had always dreamed of going. This is how I knew I wanted to become a magician when I grew up. Soon after that, I got my magician's hat. The Family Fun Day crowd had grown. Kids from all over town were eager to see more of the magician's magic. He asked them, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Amy shouted, "I want to be a dentist." The magician invited Amy to reach inside his hat. Amy dug deep, then deeper, until she felt something. It's a book," Amy shouted. The magician asked, "What is your book about?" "My book's about teeth, cleaning teeth, and fixing teeth, and x-rays." Right away, like magic, Amy saw herself holding dental tools, a toothbrush, and a rinsing cup. But in the library, where everyone could see, Amy was hugging her book and smiling. Matt had been watching closely. After seeing Amy's magic, he wondered, what else is in that hat? He called out, "I want to be a famous football player." And so the magician offered Matt his hat. "Let's see what magic you can find inside." Matt reached in, way down. There was something that couldn't fit into just one hand. Matt plunged both hands into the hat and pulled. It's a book about football. It even has my name on it. All at once, like magic, Matt was on the field. Running, tackling, catching, punting, sometimes fumbling, sometimes falling, lots of times winning. Ryan called out from the back of the crowd, "Wait a second, this is not magic. Amy's and Matt's parents must have told the magician what they want to be when they grow up. The magician asked Ryan, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" This was Ryan's chance to prove that the magician was a fake. He snickered and said, "A dog." The magician asked Ryan to reach into his magical hat. Ryan said, I can't feel anything." "Well, sometimes you must really reach and stretch for what you want to be. That's part of the magic." Ryan reached deeper and deeper until his fingers grabbed onto something. He clutched a beautiful book that had nothing to do with dogs. His pages were filled with letters and paintings and photos and fold-outs, stars, planets, rocket ships. Ryan had always dreamed of becoming an astronaut and exploring the wide-open sky, hurtling into outer space, and zooming to a far-off galaxy. "Whoa," whispered Ryan. "How did you do that?" "I am not doing anything," the magician said. "You are." "I am?" asked Ryan. "But there's got to be a secret trick in those books." "The desires that are within you bring out the magic in these books. Follow your dreams, and they will take you wherever you want to go." The magician turned his hat so everyone could see inside. What are your dreams? That question made all kinds of magic appear. Well, boys and girls, I hoped you enjoyed reading The Magician's Hat. And at the beginning, I told you who the author was. His name is Malcolm Mitchell. Does that name sound familiar to anybody? Especially any of you University of Georgia football fans? Well, Malcolm Mitchell used to be a star wide receiver for the University of Georgia. And then he was drafted by the New England Patriots, and he helped them win the Super Bowl in 2017. He is an amazing, amazing football player. But do you know what's interesting about him? More than football, he loves reading, and he loves helping children love reading. And so he has started his own contest. He started his own foundation, and part of that foundation is a contest where he wants to see how many minutes boys and girls can read. And guess what? We're in the middle of that contest here at Cumming Elementary. So I hope that you have been logging your minutes and reading in your classroom or at home. We are having a contest here at Cumming to see which class in each grade level is reading the most each week and which class overall in the building is reading the most. And Miss Lozen and her friends have some pretty awesome prizes to help give us some incentive. So I want you to think like Malcolm Mitchell. I want you to love reading and do a great job over these next few weeks as we're tracking our minutes and seeing what great readers that we can be. Enjoy!